Hey, Yasmin, how are you, kiddo? Yeah.
Huh?
How are you?
I'm good.
Good, good, good. Let's see, who else is getting on here? Mhm. Jacob, that is a really cool LED light you got going on there. Looks like you're having a party. All right, you guys, I'm gonna let everyone have a minute or two to get in real quick, and then we'll get rolling. Um, All right, so we can get rolling. I'm going to take attendance real quick. So, Vanessa, it looks like you are here. Okay. And then Christiana, she was trying to get on earlier. It's weird. All right. Then Jayla. No Jayla. Emery. No Emery. Ismeen is here. Orlando. No Orlando. John. Do you go by JD? Okay, I'll call you JD. Then Madeline, you are here. And then Jordan. No Jordan. Nevaeh. Good. Yep. Nevaeh's here. Jacob. No Jacob. Eric. You are here. Mr. Jennings is here. Miles. Nope. Emiliano. No. Jabari. No. Jamarion. No. Mauricio. No. Dylan. Oh, Miles is here now. No Dylan. All right. Or no, there's Dylan. Dylan's got his camera on and everything. There we go. Ontario. Ontario. Jonathan. You are here. Carter Robinson. Right there. Leonardo. Leonardo. Okay. And then is it Kinjaya? Theodore. And then O'Neill is here. Okay, so I am going to, let's see, oh, Ontario's here. Okay, I'm gonna ask that if you have a working camera, if you could please turn it on, just because I'm trying to learn names, and it's really hard to kind of get to know you guys from this online virtual platform, just because it's not ideal. And so I'd like to, if you're fine with it, if I could just kind of see you on camera so I can kind of see your face, and your name is right below it on there, so I can kind of start learning your names. But let's see here. Who do I need to add on here? Just Christiana. So all right. So there we go. All right. So we're gonna actually get into some stuff today. I know last class it was more just kind of getting to know you stuff and whatnot. But I do, and kind of like what this class is. But I do want to get rolling with routines because I want to kind of get started on our projects. That's kind of what this class is all about, as soon as we can. And so probably the soonest will be like the start of next week. But I'd like to be able to start by then if possible. So I'm going to go over one of our routines that we'll do every day so that you can get used to it and start kind of doing it on your own, maybe while I'm taking attendance and whatnot. But I'm going to pull up our homepage. And I'm going to share the screen with you guys because so if you guys remember from last class, I kind of told you that everything on our home screen you could click on and it would send you somewhere, whether it was something kind of about me personally or something for this class specifically. And so I want to kind of show you that real quick, and then I'll have everyone get a chance to do it for themselves. But so I'm going to share my screen with you. I told you guys last class that the sort of animated computer screen here has a bunch of icons, and these icons you can click on and they'll send you to things that we are going to use in this class. So the first thing that you'll kind of typically want to do is when you're on here, click on where it says the daily news, okay? And that will send you to a page that has our daily news on it. Well, this is the last class's daily news. All you need to do then is hit next on the slide, and it will send you to the next slide on the daily news presentation, which is today's daily news. And so you'll want to read over the kind of the learning objective for the day, and that's the thing that is in sort of that pinkish color at the top. It says SWBAT. That stands for students will be able to. And it says get accommodated with the daily routine and identify what makes up their character. So that kind of can give you an idea of a kind of glimpse into what it is the focus for that day is. It shows you the date there, and then the little written note is just kind of a brief summary of what we're doing. And so it says, hey, DOS kiddos, today we're going to learn the routine of the DET, daily engineering task, and we're going to review and discuss our first Habitude image, the iceberg. My hope is you get familiar with what makes up your personal character. I'm looking forward to today. Thanks, Mr. DOS. So, and then it has the agenda. It has homework that you need to do. A lot of you, I can't remember if this class we did it together as a class. Sign up for Remind 101. Did I have you guys do that last class? Anyone can shout out. Did you guys do the Remind 101 sign up?
No.
No. Okay, then I'll have us do that as a class after our DET. And then any homework that's due today, that's what's in red. And then, like I said, here's our agenda. And so these agenda items, I'm going to try and make sure they're all hyperlinked. So if you click on, like if you're absent, you can click on the items in the agenda and it'll send you to them. And so one of those agenda items is your DET, which is the thing that we will always start class with. Again, daily, it stands for Daily Engineering Task. You can get to it by clicking there on the agenda, or you can go back to the home page and click where it says DET. If you click there, it will send you to a page that looks like this. Oh, and actually I didn't hyperlink it, so I'm going to go back to our agenda then, because this isn't letting me click on it. So let's see here. If you click on where it says DET in the agenda, it will send you to the DET for today. It says day 1 DET 8.3, 8.4, which are the dates. And it says day 1 because, like I said, this class, we're going to look at it as like a 2-week rotation. Every 2 weeks, I will see you 5 times. I'm going to see you guys Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week, and then Tuesday, Thursday next week for a total of 5 days. And then that rotation will start over. So everybody this time, go ahead, click on the agenda so you can get to the daily news, or click on the daily news icon so you can get to the agenda, and click on the agenda where it says DET. And I'm going to let you guys take this quiz. It's 3 questions. It's math questions on 6th grade math, because there are 7th and 8th graders in this class, and so I don't want to do anything you guys haven't learned yet. I did some 6th grade math stuff. It's 3 questions. It's only 3 points. It's not meant to destroy your grade, but there is math and engineering, so I want to make sure that you guys
You
get
click
that.
on day 1, right?
Yeah, it's the day 1. Yep. So I will stop sharing my screen here. There's that, and I'll let you guys.
I already clicked day 1.
Oh yeah, because I said the hyperlink. I don't think here. I can do that real quick. Let me go to. Let's see here. Oops. All right. If you want to, you can access it from the agenda, like I said, on the daily news. But let's also see here.
Where's that at?
If you go to that home screen and you click where it says the daily news on the computer screen, in the top left corner it says daily news. If you click on that, that'll send you to make sure that then you're on the right date, and then you can click on the agenda item that says DET, and it should send you straight there. But if you're having a tough time, let's see here. Here. Also. All right. Is there anybody who's still having a tough time being able to navigate to get to those 3 math problems? We're all good. Let's see here. Yeah, go ahead and take go ahead and take that. Do those 3 questions.
I forgot how to do this.
That's okay. Like I said, that's why I made it 3 points. It's not really gonna each question is only 1 point, so it's not gonna kill your grade if you. We'll review this stuff. I'll go over this, and so then you can kind of get that review. But it's okay because other things are gonna be worth a lot more than that. So say you get a 2 out of 3 on it, but then you get a 10 out of 10 for signing up for Remind 101. You're sitting at 12 out of 13, which is still an A. So, let's see here. Jordan, did I see that you joined the meeting here? Are you in here? Yeah, so I can update attendance. I'm going to give you guys until about 10:10, and then we'll go over things.
Mr. Doss,
Yes.
it won't let me click day one.
Well, refresh the page. It should now
All right.
work.
All right.
But did that work?
I'm trying it now.
Okay, because I made that day one thing. I'll hyperlink to. Okay, it is 10:10. Do we need a little bit more time? We're all good? Okay, so I am going to ask for volunteers.
I got one more question.
Oh, you got one more question? Okay, keep working. That's fine. And while we got people still working, do I have a volunteer who's willing to walk us through the first question, which was the triangle question? Anybody feel comfortable and confident with that they know how to work through it? Nobody? Oh, goodness. All right. So let's see here. I can walk us through, but I'm gonna let's see here. If I share my screen, do that, and then am I able to use like a maybe I think I should be able to use like a drawing tool. Let's stop that share. Let's share maybe whiteboard. Okay, I guess I can only do that. So can everyone see the whiteboard that I kind of put on here? This is my first time doing this type of stuff, so.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, thank you. So, all right, cool. So first problem has and you're gonna see my horrible handwriting because it's even worse with a mouse. So we've got a triangle here. Okay, we've got a right angle it indicates there's a right angle here. We're trying to solve for this angle. It's angle C. Trying to figure out how many degrees it is. And then it says this angle is 25 degrees. So first off, for a triangle, how many total degrees are there in a triangle? I'll just let anybody shout it out. Or you can, I guess you can type it in the chat. So 180. Thank you, Jonathan. So a triangle equals 180 total degrees. Okay. And so we know two of the three angles here. We know this one's 90, this one's 25. We're trying to figure out what C is. So you total up the degrees here, because basically this is an equation. The equation is 180 equals 90 plus 25 plus C. So 90 plus 25 equals 115. So 115 plus C is equal to 180. So we need to find out whatever added with 115.
I know how to do it.
180. All right, so Nevaeh, you want to walk us through the rest then? So what do we do?
Yeah. Okay, so you see, okay, so the little square by the at the bottom left
Mhm.
is 90.
Good.
So you subtract 180. You should subtract 180 from 90, and then you get 90, and write that to the side, and then subtract it from 25. You get 155, and then subtract those both, and you get 65.
Very good. So we've got the 115, and then so you subtract 115 from 180.
Oh, or yeah, like
That's
that.
that's what you did. That's what you did. So then, but since you did it on that side, you have to do it to this side. 115, and so 65 is equal to C. So we know C is 65 degrees. Okay, so it would be that. All right. So then, how do I erase? Okay. It's my first time on this whiteboard. That's kind of weird. So there we go. So we've got a quadrilateral here. Okay, so I guess first off, again, oh, I don't like that. I'll just say quad for short since I'm writing in with a mouse. How many total degrees are there?
On your whiteboard that's in your classroom, not like the real whiteboard, like the electric one.
I don't have the Promethean boards that the other teachers have.
Oh,
So it doesn't allow me to do that because I'm still technically in my classroom. Most teachers are actually like in their little quads in the gym because the 7th and 8th grade halls don't exist anymore. But the so quad or quadrilateral, how many degrees are there in a quadrilateral? Who knows that? A triangle was 180, but for a quadrilateral, since it has 4 angles, how many are there? Anybody know? No? All right. It's 360. Ooh, that is an ugly 3. So 360. Okay. And so we've got our quadrilateral here. Okay. This one's 105. This one is X, we don't know. this one is 75, and this one's 80. So we are essentially going to do the same thing that we did for the triangle one, but we're doing it with quadrilateral. So basically we're doing 80 plus 105 plus 75 equals, or plus, I should say.
It's 260.
Yes. So plus, plus X equals 360. And so all the 80, 105, and 75 all added together, as Nevaeh said, it's 260 plus X equals 360. And so to get X by itself, we subtract 260, but we have to do it on the other side too. So minus 260. So that means X is equal to 100. And so your answer is 100. Okay. So then for this, okay, question 3. It says Paul found a design that he liked for a workbench that was 84.5 inches long. He wants to build one for himself. However, he only has a metric measuring tape. So he has to convert that measurement into centimeters. If for every 1 inch, it is 2.54 centimeters, how many centimeters long is the workbench? Who thinks they can help me out on this one? I'm gonna let Nevaeh's offering, but Nevaeh's kind of been a rock star so far. Why don't you give others a chance if they so choose it? Does anyone want to give it a shot? No? Yes, no, maybe so. All right, Nevaeh, have at it then, kiddo.
Okay, so first you get 84.5, and then since it says if for everyone, you multiply it to 2.54, and then you get 214.63 centimeters.
You said, what does it equal?
214.63.
Very good. So that is all you guys have to do. Did that show up on the board? I just realized I could also type, which is
Yes.
cool. All right. So that is that answer, because to all you have to do to make those conversions is take the inches and multiply it by whatever the 1 inch is in centimeters, which is 2.54. And so are you raising your hand again, Nevaeh, for something, or was that from before?
Yeah, I raised my hand. I was you know that module that's in your the thing, do we have to complete that today?
That's what we're going to work on. Yes. The one that says habitudes. Yeah. Okay. But real quick, what I'm going to do is let's see. I'm going to stop. Or I guess I don't really. Let's see here. New share. So let's go here, and then to the next part. The next thing we're going to do, I'm going to get us back to our homepage. So this is where I want everyone to sign up for Remind 101. This is a free, basically 10 points you can get, because what this is going to allow for us to do is it's going to allow us to kind of to keep in contact with you guys if you guys have questions and we're past the class period and stuff like that, or I want to make sure I remind people like, hey, you have this project due next class, make sure it's finished. Or, hey, if we're back in person, I'll say, hey, don't forget to bring these like supplies or whatever, if you need them. Also, since to try and make it so that you guys get the same experience as we would in class, I've talked with Mr. Pitcock, and he has said we might be able to like have like a project supplies pickup where like you guys come to school like at the end of the school day, come and just pick up like a baggie full of materials that you guys, so then you can actually like build the stuff at home. Um, we might be doing that, just because again, otherwise I'm gonna have to find like all like certain projects that you just do on the computer, which is gonna take away a lot of the kind of stuff that's fun, where you're actually like, after you design it, actually constructing what it is you design. So so what we're going to do, in case you haven't, and Advanced we actually did sign up for it, but if you didn't last class, the Remind sign up, you click where it says Remind, and it will send you to a web page that asks for you to sign up. You will get 10 points for signing yourself up, and then if you can get whoever's at home with you to sign up as well, you get 10 points extra credit. So you technically could be looking at a grade of 200% just from doing that assignment to start the year off, which gives you some bit of a cushion on the other assignments that we do. But now that people are clicking on it, does that look like something that we did last class? There were a couple periods where I skipped it just so we could get to the activity, but is this something that we did? Other people other than Nevaeh recognize it? Okay, you did. Okay, I'm getting lots of yeses. If you get something that says confirmation code, if you put in your phone number, it'll send it to your phone. If you put in your email, it'll send it to your email, and you just have to type in whatever that code was that you got as a confirmation code. But what I'm going to have us do now, since we already did this, we can jump right into the next activity. So I told you guys, I believe I did last class, that there's a book that we're going to kind of read different chapters in, that is a sort of leadership book, because the fact that you guys are taking this class, you guys are already kind of viewed as leaders at West Lane, because not just anybody could take this class. You had to basically meet certain criteria to take this class. You had to be somebody who teachers viewed as hardworking, you had strong character, you were somebody who didn't give up, you persevered through things that were challenging, things like that, because I was very strict after my experience last year, and not having those types of students, since you're going to be faced with times where your stuff doesn't work that you've spent time designing and building. I've got to have kids who are willing to go, darn it, but okay, let's go back and see if we can fix it, as opposed to somebody who gets super frustrated and shuts down and then just kind of gives up. And I saw a lot of that last year, especially my first semester class. And so so with that, since you guys are leaders, I want to go through a leadership book that kind of teaches you different skills and habits that leaders have, so you can kind of take that with you, because the truth is this: if you leave this class and you find out, you know what, I really wasn't interested in engineering, well, I would be bummed, and I feel like I failed you as a teacher. I would be happier if you leave this class and you feel like you took something away from these habitudes, because these are life skills that you can take into any area of life, whether you want to become a doctor, a teacher, a social worker, an attorney, anything like that. Okay, and you guys can be the leaders in whatever field it is you want to pursue. And so to get to the assignment, everyone go ahead and click. There's a book that is on my desk, not the blue one, but the sort of greenish teal one that's leaning up on the desk. If you click on that, it will send you to a page that looks like this, and it says Habitudes. Okay, Habitudes is literally the words habit and attitudes blended together, because this book is basically about leadership habits and attitudes that good leaders have. So then what you do after that, the first chapter we're going to do and work on is the one that says Chapter 1, the iceberg. So you click on that. It's the only one that's a hyperlink, and it'll send you to this to make a copy. Well, I don't think it's working for me because I already have a copy, but it'll make a copy of the article. Let me real quickly, I'll just pull the article up myself. It should pull up this article. Okay, and actually, did it make, oh, it made me a copy. Okay, so I'll work on the copy one. So this copy, it's of the article. I'm going to let you read this, and it looks like a lot, but it's a easier reading level. It's not anything, it's not, you're not going to learn a lot of like crazy hard vocabulary from it. It's not meant for that, but it's just more so like meant to inspire you to some degree. Okay, and so you're going to read this, but I am going to require that you guys sort of mark up the text and annotate it. And I want to show you guys kind of how to do that, what the expectations are, because I grade these pretty strictly, because reading skills are skills we definitely need in life. And so, and you will learn this in all your other classes if you haven't already. But anyways, I will show you the rubric that I grade it by, and then I'll show you kind of what to do. So my mouse is acting weird. Let's see here. Okay, so this rubric is what I grade it by. Okay, and it kind of, let's see here, go here. Okay, so there are several things I look for. First off, did you number your paragraphs? And the reason I have you do that is because correctly numbering paragraphs allows for the individual to refer back to portions of the article if they need to. Okay, and so to get the full 3 points for this, you just need to correctly number the paragraphs. Okay, and so the way you can do that is you go, and the first paragraph is this right here. Okay, you highlight that paragraph, and then you float over here to where this little comment box is, where it says add a comment. You click on that, and all you have to do is type 1. So that means that's paragraph 1. And then you do the same thing here. Highlight paragraph 2. That's here, 2. Highlight paragraph 3. That's paragraph 3. Okay, so was everyone able to open up and make a copy of that article? If not, make sure you get there. I want to make sure you can kind of do this as we go along. So if you have questions like, hey, Mr. Doss, I can't remember how you did that. So again, highlight, press, what this would be 4, comment, and then 5. comment. 6, comment. 7, comment. And then 8, comment. Okay, so, oops. What we've got here, that's the first part. Okay. Once you've done that, because you can do that before even reading the words, because that's just kind of previewing your article, and also then if you ever need to refer back to parts. Let's see here. So that's one thing you get graded on. Next thing you get graded on is circling key terms. Good readers circle key terms to whatever they are reading. These are oftentimes terms that are repeated frequently or are part of the main idea of the article. You get all 5 points for this, doing this, if you correctly identify key terms, meaning the key terms you circle are actually key terms, as well as provide a comment explaining their importance. Okay, it might just be that you know this is a key term because it was repeated a lot. So if you just circle a term and off to the side write a comment, this word was said a bunch of times, okay, that's fine. But you need to do that. You only get 3 points if you just circle terms, but you don't comment on why they're important. You only get 1 out of 5 points if you circle terms, but they're not actually terms that were important and relevant to the document. And then you get 0 points if your terms were not circled at all. Now, I understand that you can't circle anything on here. Okay? So what I will have you do is I want you to make important terms, just highlight them. So I'll tell you this, the word iceberg is a key term. Highlight it. Okay, and then just make it bold. Okay, see, oh, the word iceberg is here. Bold. Anywhere you see iceberg, you make it bold. Okay, so I know that you know that's an important term. And then, like I said, you would then, oops, what the heck here? Am I on the wrong copy? I am on the wrong copy. Okay, let's go back to this one then. So that's bold, bold, bold. And I would just have to make one comment for iceberg, and I could say, like, this is important because it is the title of the article and it is repeated many times. I know, like, that's my clue that it's important. And so, so that's my little comment there. Okay. So then go there. Next thing you get graded on is if you box unknown words. It says good readers put boxes around unknown terms so that they know how to come back to that term and try to figure out its meaning. You get 3 points if you put boxes around unknown terms, okay? But if you know all the words, at least acknowledge higher level words, and so you can put a box around those. For that, you don't have to, like I said, if you know the words, at least put a box on a word that you know is like kind of a higher level word compared to the others. And then you get 0 points. So it's either all or nothing for this one. If you don't box a word, then, and you don't have to explain its why it's unknown or anything like that. But I don't know. I'm gonna make this up. Let's say I don't know what character is, or I think it's a high level word. So I'd go boom. And since you can't box it, what I'm going to have you do is simply highlight it and highlight it as, let's make a standard color, red. Okay, so if it's highlighted in red, I know that's your unknown term. Okay, and then from there, we'll go back. Next part, underline important ideas. It says good readers are able to identify important ideas that the text is trying to convey to its readers so that they can have a true understanding of what to take away from the article. You get all 5 points if you correctly underline important ideas and make at least 2 annotations explaining the importance of whatever it was that you underlined. Okay, because what I don't want is people just underlining all of the lines and say, oh, something in there must have been important. So it has to actually be important, and you have to explain why it's important to the article. If you underline just important ideas without comments, you get a 3 out of 5 for that portion. If you just underline random things for the sake of underlining and trying to get points, you'll only get a 1 out of 5. And then if nothing's underlined, you get a 0 out of 5. So for that, I know, just because I've read this article, what it explains as far as the stuff that makes up your character. I know that that's important, so I underline it. And then I'll just, while I did that, make a comment and say, this is what makes up, this is, or these are the 4 things that make up one's character. So I do that. Okay. And I have to do that a second time if I want to get full credit. But I won't do all that. So then questions or confusions. Good readers ask questions while they read. They can either be questions about confusions they have from something the article stated, like you don't understand it, or they can be exploratory questions that the article triggered, like, oh, I wonder if this applies to this, or this may, or I wonder if this is what this person is like. I don't know. But you get 5 full points for this if you put question marks on confusing terms and write at least 2 thoughtful questions. So for that, let's say, I don't know, I'm going to just highlight a random thing. And I'm going to make, first off, to highlight it for a question, we will say, we'll do that in purple. And then add a comment and say, does this apply for everyone? Okay, now, I don't even know what I highlighted, but that was just me giving an example. Did that even change color? There we go. All right, and then you have to do a second one to get full credit. And the last thing, so I'm tired of talking and I want you guys to actually be able to get some work done. Where it says interests or connections, good readers look for things they find interesting in the text, or at least try to make connections to the text that it is more relatable and understandable. Okay, so this is where you make comments, okay, where you're like, oh, this makes me think of this person, or oh, this makes me think of, I don't know, or this makes me think of my dad, my mom, my grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, whoever. This makes you think of my siblings. But or maybe I just want to have a comment. Maybe my opinion. I think character is an important thing to learn about someone. And you write that. And again, when you highlight it, let's say for connections, we will make those highlighted as blue. Why does that look purple? Let's do a different blue then. Let's do a lighter blue. All right. So anyways, that's just a quick guide through all that stuff. Just because, again, I want to teach you good reading skills. Yes.
I forgot to highlight the second highlight a different color, but can't you just see what can I just put, you know how the mud, it gives you like a key? Can I just put like the exclamation point or the question mark?
Yeah. If you would like to put the exclamation or question mark, that will help me too. Because I just want to make sure I know what it is if you're asking the question, because sometimes we might word something and it might make me think it's a question, or it might make me think it's a comment. So just, if you'd rather just, if you forget to change the color, if you'd rather maybe put multiple so it sticks out, like exclamation, 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 or question mark, question mark, question mark, something like that to make it stick out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So like I said, I don't want to take any more time where I'm the one talking. I want to give everyone a chance to read this. Like I said, don't go into this thinking it's a real difficult read, okay? Because it's more meant to be inspirational for you, and to like trigger some thoughts and questions from you, because I want to see if you guys agree with it or not. So I will let you guys. What time is it right now? 10:45. This class is done. 11:20 technically, or actually I guess 11:10 technically. So we've got 25 minutes. So I will let you guys get to work. We'll do this, and then next class we will have our reflection that we work on together, and we'll have our discussion, and we'll watch a video clip that kind of relates to this. But I know that I spoke a lot and talked a lot, just because this is something that we're going to do in between projects all the time, and so I want to make sure everyone kind of knows what it is that they're expected to do. But all right, well, I'll let you guys get to work. Just stay on this call until 11:10. If you don't finish it, I need it finished and submitted by next class, okay? But you have 25 minutes, which actually I think should be enough time to read through it all and do all that mudding. All right, I'll let you guys get to work. Oops, I guess I can stop sharing.
So do we leave the meeting or stay in here?
Stay in here, because if you ended up like getting needing for me to answer a question, then you'll be able to ask me then. So I just stay until 11:10. Terrio, do you still need that question answered, or were you able to find it? All right. I'm going to send you a private message, and then you can, with written directions.
What if we don't have any unknown words? Can we just leave it blank?
That's the one. If you just pick a word after reading it that you think is like a high level word, just so you can get credit for it, and it doesn't look like you
Okay.
forgot to do it. So just pick a high level word.
All right. If we're done, you just send it to share it to you. I mean,
To submit it, you don't share it. To submit it, what you do is go back to that Habitudes page and then click Next. And then where you, the page with the rubric, and then if you, it should allow you to, does it say submit somewhere on that page?
yes, that's
Click
an assignment.
to submit, and then upload your Google Doc. Like, make sure you know what the title is. It probably says copy of.
How do we do that?
So if you click file upload, you should see where it says like Google Docs on Canvas. Do you see where it says like
It
click that?
says file, choose file, it's click choose file.
Right where that is, do you see like there are a couple tabs right there?
Yeah,
Like
it says Google Doc.
click on that, and then your Google Docs should pop up, and you should be able to click on the Google Doc that you want to submit.
Okay.
And I can let you know if I received it if you want to double check.
Okay, I think I did it.
Okay, I'll go to my let's see here.
And then do we do the module when we done with that?
You don't have to. We'll go through the rest of the reflection stuff next class.
Okay.
I wasn't sure how long it would take for me to walk you guys through like expectations for that assignment, and so I plan to do more. But I don't want to rush people along. I'd rather you guys spend some time doing good quality annotations.
Mhm.
So if you are done and you submitted that, you are good to go, kiddo.
All right.
I appreciate your work, and I did receive yours. So. Okay, and everyone make sure you realize that it's 2 pages long, like it's a front and a back. Because I just noticed someone submitted it and they only did the front page. So just don't forget to do both sides. And a reminder, guys, instead of sharing it with me, make sure you submit it on the assignment page, okay? So that you can get that turned in correctly, because I might, if you just share it with me and everyone shares it with me, then I might overlook the one you submitted. So make sure to submit it on Canvas. Guys, just heads up, the timer that's on my screen is about how much time I have left in class. So once that timer's up, you're welcome to go to your next class and just finish up letting the article before next class. Michael, you're good to go. If you, okay, he already left, so. All right, kiddos. Time's about up. So if you guys want to go on to your next period classes, that is absolutely fine. I will see you guys all Wednesday. Take care.